Can a Jew be anti-Semitic? Of course they can. It is called internalized racism. Back in the Holocaust, Jews were doing the same thing. They thought that if they would be nice to the Nazis, they're going to be treated just fine and are going to be saved by the enemy. Same thing applies to Jews living in the US or all around the world supporting the Palestinian cause. They don't know that the moment the chance comes, they will be the first to be slaughtered. Let's take a look at a video of a Jewish lecturer debating Jews in college at a lecture that she's giving.
Every day as a Jewish American, I feel in my body the 26,000 Palestinians who were slaughtered, everyone who was slaughtered in 1948, everyone who was slaughtered in 1967, and everyone who has been slaughtered in between who are Palestinians because of the creation of Israel. And as a Jewish person, I do not stand, and I cannot stand with that blood.
Just to give her a little bit of a correction, just so you have some context, no one was slaughtered in 1948 and 1967 and, since October 7th. These are all wars started by the Arab neighbors of Israel. In 1948, we had Arab countries invading Israel for one goal and one goal only, to annihilate the Jews. Same applies to 1967. Egypt and Jordan and other Arab countries were threatening Israel that they're going to invade. Israel attacked first in order to eliminate the attack, one of the most successful wars of Israel. Same applies to October 7th. They invaded Israel on October 7th. They slaughtered our people. They raped our people. And they did horrific things to our people. And then when we retaliate, all of a sudden, the people who are dying, that a lot of them are Hamas, are slaughtered. Give me a break. This is a war, guys.
In my hands, and because of that, I would like to take some time right now for all of you to look around the room. She asked you, don't be distracted by them. Don't get distracted.
I didn't. I multiple times said look around.
Okay,
the room.
I know you said look around.
I actually said to look at those faces of these innocent people.
And they're not innocent because they're under.
No, I didn't say that either.
Okay, whatever. Well, I would like to read the Mourner's Cottage now to recognize all of the people who have been slaughtered.
With all due respect, I'm not. I'm sorry. The Mourner's Cottage is way. No. Sorry. I'm not. No. This is not something that you do. You need a minion. You cannot do this. I'm sorry. I'm a religious Jew.
Are you telling me how I can display my?
I'm telling you how I'm going to run an event that I am the speaker of. If you would like to go sit Kaddish out in the hallway or quietly to yourself, you're totally welcome to. And anybody who ever starts a statement with "as a Jew," I promise you, they are not speaking for the Jewish people. They are speaking
100% facts.
For themselves and only themselves. Any Jews in the room? Did she speak for you?
Yes.
And you're the second one who would also say as a Jew, who doesn't represent anyone else in the Jewish community. Sorry. If you ever have to start a statement with as a Jew, you know for a fact that you are speaking out against what the Jewish community
feels. Or I'm defending
with all due respect, you just spoke about 26. You just spoke about 26,000 people and said that they were slaughtered, and you included 10,000 Hamas terrorists in the process. And the fact that you cannot make that separation says everything about how you see this conflict.
The number reported right now is 45,000. It's not confirmed, but Israel claims that we killed and eliminated about 18,000 Hamas members. So this is probably from a while back. So just a little bit of clarity.
With all due respect, we are not slaughtering people. We are trying to take out terrorists who just slaughtered us. And by the way, 1948 was a war started by Arab Palestinians. 1967 was a war started by the Arab countries of Egypt, Jordan, and Syria. So how you can argue that we slaughtered people in those wars when we did not start them and we did not ask for them, and every single one of them was calling for the annihilation of the state of Israel. So basically join the rest of them who say that I just need to lay down and die. Please, because I don't have anywhere else to go. And many other Jews would say the same thing. So live comfortably here in America. And
I can't live comfortably in America while everyone else is being killed in Israel.
No, but you do. You do. As a Jew, you live comfortably in America, and you're able to sit there and say what you just said. But say it to the Yemenite Jews. Say it to the Yemenite Jews. Say it to the Jews of Libya. Oh, right, there are none because they were all killed or kicked out. Say it to the Jews of France who right now are fleeing en masse. Yeah, it's very, very comfortable to sit in your high ivory tower and talk down to people who are trying to protect themselves from terrorism and from people who just gang us.
In 1948, you can see clearly that the Arabs were specifically trying to target civilians living in Israel, and Israel in return tried to target military targets. not civilians. That's the difference between the way we combat. We try to combat terrorism and military targets, and they try to kill our civilians because that shows their true intention to annihilate the Jewish people from the land of Israel.
I'm not going to stand for it. I'm sorry. I just won't. How they completely ignore terror and stand up as a Jew, as if somehow that gives you more legitimacy. It doesn't. You could be a Jew and you could be as equally as ignorant as everybody else. And you just saw it. She started by saying 1948. I didn't start a war in 1948. A war was started against me in 1947, and I defended myself in that war. And another war was started against me in 1967, and I defended myself. And if you say what that girl just said, basically the message that you are sending to Jews and to Israel is that we just need to be destroyed. I get it. I understand. I get that if you feel this way, then it's very uncomfortable to live in a world where Jews can finally defend themselves. And that you want to stand here and say Kaddish and act as if we should apologize for defending ourselves. I'm never going to. I don't know how many times I have to say it, and I know that no matter how many times some people won't believe me. But I genuinely care about innocent Palestinians, which is why I stand up and speak out the way that I do. Because I genuinely believe that they are the victims of Hamas. And every day that you don't speak out against Hamas is another day that you are getting more people killed. And how you don't see that, how you don't see that you are causing direct harm to the people that you are trying to protect, just doesn't, you're so blind by an ideology that has somehow preached to you that a people that have been historically oppressed, somehow is now the oppressor. When every step of the way, if you just go back and look at the evidence, this is an oppressed group that continues to try to protect themselves from people who continue to try to destroy them. And again, I'll say it again, thank God I live in a world where I can defend myself. Because that girl and everyone else who's standing up is telling me exactly what kind of world that they would like to live in. A world where we can just slaughter Jews and nobody's going to defend them. Because that's what we're doing right now. You say that, but when you call for a ceasefire, when you tell us to stop doing what we're doing in Gaza, you're basically telling me to die. Because Hamas has said over and over again that they will kill me over and over until I'm dead. So how many more Jews need to die? How many more Jews need to die for you to be able to finally say, you know what, Jews do have the right to defend themselves?
Wow. I'm trying to think about the situation. If I was in her shoes, in the speaker's shoes, I don't know who it is, but I like the way she speaks. If I was in her shoes, how would I have responded? The Jews that are going against Israel have no clue what Judaism is. Our books talk about the return of the Jewish people to the land of Israel, Eretz Israel. Our books are the most Zionist pieces of literature you'll ever read. We pray to go back to Jerusalem or Zion. And she's right when they say, as a Jew, they want to be the token Jews who are against Israel. Israel doesn't represent me, but the people they do support are the people exactly wanting to kill the Jewish people. And these two girls, what do you think they're going to get immunity against the terrorism, against the violence? And I'm going to go even further than this. I don't think Hamas is the problem. I think Islam is the problem. And I'm going to keep saying that Islam is the problem. Because when you are taught to kill the kuffars and the people that corrupt the land, which are the Jews, the Christians, the Hindus, every person that is not a Muslim, if you are one of those, you are considered to be a kuffar or a sinner. And according to Islam, jihad needs to take place for Islam to prevail, to spread. Here's a fun fact about Islam. Islam did not even start spreading until violence was introduced. When Islam was trying to spread peacefully, nobody joined. But when violence was introduced, people all of a sudden started converting. And the more people that joined, the more the violence grew. Hamas is not the only problem. Even the citizens and the civilians of Gaza that are innocent, but are practicing Islam to the letter, are going to end up killing me and you and everybody that's not a Muslim. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so we can grow this channel to a bigger audience. Until next time, bye-bye.